Hey everyone. Deja Lu here. I'm just going to be doing some readings during the full moon energy. I am going to say that this is a timeless message. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I keep getting a lot of unexpected things happening here. I don't know if I said it or not, but this is going to be for Sagittarius. I have been building up to do this video, guys, for, I don't know, 45 minutes, but things keep happening. And I always say, like, once you go into the energy, everything fits for the reading. So know that you may have to block out all of the chaos going around you and just keep your focus on where it should be, right? Like, nothing else matters. That Sinead O'Connor song just come to my mind. So like, keep your focus on what your intention is, right? We tend to get caught up in everything that we want, or that we don't have, I should say, everything that we don't have, and how things could be so much better. But what about the existence of what we do have? Can't it be good? But you know, commercial comes on and, oh, now I want this, you know, and you want all of these things, but let's try to focus on one thing. And when it comes to manifestation, I always say pick out 3, but you always want the first one to be the biggest and to be the most important. It may take longer than the other 2 because they're smaller, or because of timing, or whatever the case may be. But I have a lot around chakras here, so it's those of you who are spiritual and are working on this. I definitely need you to work on the sacral chakra. For those of you who don't know, there are lots of videos on chakras that you can look up here on YouTube, and you can learn. This is definitely about your wants, you know. It's also about like mother energy type stuff. I do struggle with this always, and one of the things that says that your sacral chakra could be blocked is, you know, like female issues and stuff. So pay attention to that. There may be some issue around that for you. And even if you're not having your cycle where it shows up every month, doesn't mean you're not having a cycle, right? Like, maybe check your hormones and things like that, okay? For you guys, I need you to be patient, okay? Patience is so important for this message, okay? And I mean, for you in general. I know it's hard, but you guys tend to come on strong sometimes. And so try to like dull the flame a little bit, slow down, have patience. Know that like when you start the fire, you got to start out with small. You can't go to the big wood, right? You can't pick up the biggest thing there is to burn it at first, right? You have to start out small and work out big. And so fit this wherever it fits, guys, but I just give it to you the way that the signs and synchronicities are coming through to me. But patience here, guys. I literally got the sacral chakra card in reverse with the patience card. So that's saying I don't want patience. You don't want to be patient, but you have to understand that like plants, they take time to grow. You plant the seed, manifestation. You plant the seed, you water it, you keep trying and focusing on getting this one thing, you know, say for example, it's a house, whatever the case may be, or a car, you know, fit it in your life wherever you choose. Because like I said, you always want the biggest manifestation to be the biggest, right? To be what you want the most. And it takes time for you to get there. You can't just say, oh, I want to buy a house, and you can buy a house, right? But I am hearing it's time. I got this charm, and it's a clock, and it fell out. I was not expecting a charm to fall out of my bag, but it did. And so it's telling me that it's time, or it's in divine timing, right? It'll come when it's time. So you can't rush it. You have to be patient. You have to understand it's coming when it's supposed to come. Know that I'm getting something around settling here. You never want to settle, okay? But know that, and even for those of you who's not even in the case of a move, I'm just using this for an example because it's what's coming through to me. But even when you move, like when you buy a new home, you have to make it home. It's not going to just be home, right? You got to get in there and you got to clean it up and cleanse it and make it yours, decorate it, you know, put out the pictures of the family, make it yours. So understand that when you're going and looking, there's always going to feel like something's missing because it's you, right? It's you that has to bring in that spark that you're looking for. That's why something feels like it's missing, you know. Don't let other people's judgments or statements slow you down in this, like, or block you or make you feel like you can't have it, right? If you really, really want this and you really think it's going to change your life, and I mean, in this, like, I almost feel a need, okay, for this manifestation. And this could be so big because this is a pretty big collective. So, you know that this could be whatever this is that you're trying to manifest, okay? I have the manifest card here, and this is kind of what it's based off of, right? But also know that, interestingly enough, almost several of the cards here, I'm not going to say almost all, but several of the cards here have a heart on them. So always choose from the heart, you know, from a place of love, not from the mind, because everybody else has it, right? It's not always about having what everybody else has, because like your family, you're different, right? You're different. You're one of those people who are more mindful of, or this is what's coming through. So fit it. Maybe it's not yours, it's somebody else's, but you're mindful of the finances that you have and like what your future looks like. And yeah, that big, beautiful house looks so fantastic, but let's be real, there's big changes happening here, and we may not need as big as what we've always had, right? We may not, need all of that anymore. Maybe it's more about us, not having to work hard all the time to have the dollar, right? To be able to get where we need. Also make sure that you always come from the heart space whenever I think I already said that. Maybe I need to say it again. Come from the heart space with your decisions, not from the mind. Don't let things overtake. Don't come from a place of conflict, okay? When you're disagreeing, it's okay to disagree. It's okay. Understand that sometimes we have to start out smaller and then go bigger. We can't just jump to the biggest and the best farm there is. I don't know why this is coming through this way, but you guys take it as you will. This probably isn't for everyone, but I just heard wood, not carpet. But this doesn't just have to be for a house, because I'm actually seeing it on like a screened-in porch or something where I'm like looking out over the field. Why that would be important, I don't know. I never. You guys spit it. You guys spit it. Excuse me. Maybe it's just a memory, right? Nothing is ever going to be everything until you make it that way, right? Like, be creative, really take the time to figure out you know, it's like a spider web. When a spider web starts out, it's little, it's small, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you know, at first it's just like, oh, that's all the work they did, you know, like wow. And but then it gets to be this big, beautiful thing, right? Also, know that now they're flashing me forward. The reason I feel this is because I feel like I'm in movement, like on a roller coaster in a car. It's time to move forward, right? But this is saying that to remember when you're making this choice, you don't want to feel alone. And so you may not, okay, they're flashing me back. Whenever I moved, when I was younger, I decided I wanted to move away from my family because I felt like they were up in my business. I was way younger, you know, and I was doing stupid shit probably. And so I didn't want them to see me, so I wanted to move away. And then when I moved away, my first husband passed away. And I was all alone, and I chose to move away from my family so I didn't have anyone, you know. And it was really hard because I couldn't have expectations of them to be there for me because I wasn't right there by them no more. And you can't always expect someone to come to you. You have to go to them as well. And know how important it is to make the choice to around everything, right? And for some reason, distance is really important, okay? I don't know, because they're like zooming me from different things. I feel like I'm on fast forward, and it's like my daughter went to college, and then we were distance apart from each other. And so I had to be smart about, you know, when we moved, I had to be aware that she might be home. So I needed a space for her, but I don't know. It's weird how it's like jumping around. And so maybe sit down with a pen and paper and write it all down and see what's really best for you, because I really definitely get a back and forth. And then like when I was trying to get on here, it was like everything was getting in the way. And so like you can't let all that get in your way. You can't, okay? You have to set it all aside and to, like I said earlier, keep your focus, okay? Then I pulled these beautiful cards here. I love these cards. It is the Elemental Empath deck. And it says, feel into your emotions and gift yourself. So this is a blessing. Okay, guys, this is absolutely beautiful. So there's something coming forward, but you don't see it coming because, you know, this come out in reverse. So you don't know and you don't see it coming, but a blessing is coming, okay? And to understand that with the Death and Rebirth card, which is coming from my Hecatean Path, Oracle of the Hecatean Path deck, is Death and Rebirth. And I mean, come on, guys, look how beautiful that card is. That's so amazing. Absolutely amazing. So it's a time for change. It is a time for that. Let go of any resistance that you have, because you have to understand that this serves a bigger purpose for you. There's more to this than just I want to move or I want to buy a new car. And maybe this is travel, because this is really feeling of change, okay? Big change. And I was looking over at the numbers, and I have like 5 5s on this spread. So be aware of that too. But what came out with Death and Rebirth, not reverse, but for some reason that might be important, is the mirror. And to know that you have to like see the reflection and understand that, Oh, look at your past, right? What did you always want to do? You always wanted to, do this, and you're really trying to make it happen. But know that the grass isn't always greener on the other side, that just because you're looking in the mirror and you see it's reflecting back to you like this, doesn't mean that it has to be that way, because I definitely do have, I messed up. This is the Oracle of the Hecate Empath. I messed up all my cards. Let's just ignore what I said these were. This is the Elemental Empath, guys. Let's fix it really quick. See, you mess up sometimes and you can fix it. Doesn't mean that you can start over. It doesn't have to be forever. And then these beautiful cards here is, where's it? Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Okay, there we go. We got it right now. So back, where were we, right? See, distractions, they're everywhere. I got the protection card that fell on top of cleansing. And then I pulled because I was told to pull 3 of this. And it is the key bearer, which is unlocking. And this literally has a key, guys. But, so to me, the key, since it fell out like this, right? The key is to make sure that you cleanse and protect. Always know that you can't let other people's hurt your feelings, right? You can cleanse that energy. You don't have to hold on to it. Just because somebody's saying you can't do it doesn't mean that you can't do it. You just have to cleanse the energy, right? Let go and release, and know that you have the key to get whatever it is that you want. Whatever this is you're manifesting, the key is coming, okay? It's going to happen. And there's 7s here, so like 777. That's important. But know that beautiful possibilities are coming. You just have to cut the cord of your past. Okay? You have control. You can decide when to move forward and when not to move forward. But trust that it's divine timing. Have patience. And whenever I just said patience, I really need you to have patience with those around you. Because they may not be on the same page as you, right? They may be letting things hold them back, and maybe that's what this is all about, is you're ready to go and they're not. And so try to hold space for them and to understand why not. And if they have problems with communications, that's okay too, because you can literally hold space and just be like, communicate your feelings. Say, I understand that you feel this way, but I feel this way. And this is something we've always wanted to do. This is a journey we've wanted to take. And you know that it can be really good for us. Yes, it's scary. I acknowledge that. But I say when the right thing comes up, we're just going to do it. We should just do it. We should see what happens. Because, so what if it doesn't work out? It's better it not working out than us not making it happen, right? If we don't try and we don't make it happen, then we'll never know. And so this could be anything. Fear of failure, that's huge right here, right now. Know that it'll keep you stuck. Like, you can do it. Even if it's not everything you ever thought it was going to be, doesn't mean that it's not going to be what it's meant to be, which could be bigger and beautiful. You could have no clue where it's going, right? Here you're thinking you're going to fail and you're going to end up being a millionaire or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be the center of attention. So, the message that's coming through for this, for you guys, is to, You know you're a leader. But I feel like if this is a situation of someone else holding you back, maybe you want them to be the leader, so give them little pieces of little cookie crumbles of inspiration and hope now and then, and encourage them. Ooh, 2020. Encourage them to break free. That commercial. I want to break free. I know. Shut up. But yeah, just encourage and be there and supportive, and just hear what they have to say and be patient and know that the perfect thing is coming. And like I said, blessings, they're coming, whatever this is that you're manifesting. I love this. But don't just pay attention to your feelings, okay? Definitely take into consideration what others are saying around you, but that doesn't mean you have to take them personally or to feed into them. Maybe you're hearing these things because you're meant to help them grow, and it's not because they're meant to hold you back, okay? So, wow, that feels like a lot. I hope that you guys love this message as much as I did. And I forgot to say, if you're still here, give me a like and a follow. I've missed you guys here on YouTube. I haven't been doing videos very often. I've been struggling with my health a little bit. But that's okay, because I'm over here now, right? All right, guys, I hope that this message helped you. If you would like a reading and us go more in depth and find out specifically for you more details, please let me know. I love you guys so much. Bye for now.